Skye. If you're new here, welcome. Please hit subscribe. I post new video tutorials every Saturday at noon. They're always designed for the beginning artist, and I take you through every single step of the way. If you hit the bell icon, you'll be notified when a new video gets posted. In the description box below, you'll find a list of all the different colors that you'll need for today's painting, as well as a link to a materials page that will show you all the colors that you'll need to paint along with me every week, and the other materials that I recommend. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into today's tutorial. Today I have a special Mother's Day painting for you guys. Really easy, simple to do, great as a gift for your mother or as a fun activity to do with your mother. I'm going to be using my 3 standard brushes here. So I got my square brush, I have a medium-sized pointy brush, and also a small detail brush. I got my water cup filled with water off the screen, as well as some paper towels. The colors that I'm going to be starting with are going to be blue. It's a ultramarine blue. I have purple here and also red, and I also have black and white. This painting is going to be done in a couple different parts. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into this. So big square brush, a little bit of water on that brush to help the paint go nice and smooth. And I'm going to start with a light blue. So some of that beautiful ultramarine blue mixed with white. And I'm going to start right in the center of my canvas. A little bit of variation in the color is a good thing. So not over mixing my colors. It's okay to get some parts that are sort of darker and some parts that are a little bit lighter. Just in the center of my canvas here, I'm going to use these very textured, what I call crazy brush strokes. Filling it in with some crazy brush strokes. Letting that brush go all over the place. Now I added a little bit of white right on top. So I was feeling like it was a little bit too dark. So go ahead and just create the shade of blue that you like, but keep it light so that when we add our black later, there's nice contrast. Okay, now I'm going to mix up a warm purple with purple and red and also a little bit of white. Whatever color that you would like. This is a really easy painting to customize. I've done a couple different kind of spring and fall versions of this. This is definitely going to be a spring version. Okay, now with that purple, go ahead and take those same kind of crazy brush strokes, and you're going to sort of frame the blue that you created in your center, and you're going to leave the outside edges blank still. This is really good dexterity practice, artists. Really good to build up that brush control. And then you're going to also blend the colors together. Now, unlike some paintings, this is not a smooth blend. So we want to sort of see those brush strokes and that texture in there. Look at how pretty that purple color is. Just love it. Okay, bringing it in. And just getting those 2 colors blended together. It's okay if you sort of start running out of blue, because guess what you can do? So once you got your purple on, you can rinse your brush if you want. You can always add more color right on top. Acrylic is all about layers. You may need to let it dry for a second, but not in this case since I'm blending my colors together. So there's a little bit more blue right on top. If you went a little bit too heavy-handed with your purple like I did. Okay, and that also kind of makes it a little bit more messy and crazy and textured like we want. Really want to see those brush strokes, and that's why I call them crazy brush strokes, because they go all over. My wrist is just flipping all around like crazy rather than one solid pattern. Try to avoid doing a pattern with your brush. Okay, that's looking good to me. I'm going to rinse the purple and blue out of my brush, and I'm going to mix up a slightly darker blue. This is a nice sort of vintagey framed effect that we're going to do here. So a little bit of blue mixed with just a pinch of black. A little bit of black goes a long way. And then to make it look like sort of a navy blue, kind of a denim blue, I'm going to just pull in a tiny bit of white. See, that was a little bit too much. I want it to be dark still. And I also want it to be blue, so it's a balance there. Don't apply the color until you know it's the right color. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay. Outside edge with that dark blue. Really pretty colors today. Sort of similar to the background of Make-A-Wish painting, which is my most popular. Both doing my in-person classes that I used to teach and here on YouTube. Pretty cool. That is another super fun, really easy one to check out if you enjoy this one. Okay, that looks good. Again, so same idea, blending the two colors, but sloppily. Not neat. A lot of great brushstroke texture. Okay, that looks good. So you're going to come to a certain point where you're like, all right, I think that's looking pretty good. I recommend stopping then and letting it dry. So let's let this layer dry completely. Then we're going to come back and we're going to add a little bit of an accent color. And then we'll come back later and add our silhouette. So let's go ahead and take a break and let this dry. Okay, welcome back. I have a nice dry background. I rinsed my brushes. I got fresh water and I also got fresh colors. Really simple. All I'm working with now is just red, white, and black. I still have my large brush and I'm going to do a quick accent color before we start creating silhouettes. So actually going to be two accent colors. So a nice light pink. It's going to be the first color that we're going to create. So just a little bit of red and white together on that square brush. Make sure to load up the paint into the brush pretty well on both sides. Now, using the square shape of the brush, you're going to just lay some little tiles. And it's okay if you can see the canvas texture. Again, this is a stylized, sort of messy, fun painting in that way. So do not strive for perfection. And these are the leaves or blossoms on our tree. So I'm going to do them mostly in this right-hand corner and left-hand corner. Little bit coming down one edge. A little bit of water always helps acrylic paint go nice and smooth. Up across the top edge here. And then maybe also some down here. That would be blossoms sort of falling off of the tree. But I'm going to leave this area alone since that's going to be the base and trunk of my tree. Okay, now I'm going to mix a much brighter pink, almost red, and just overlap a few of those brush strokes in the corners as well. And again, a little bit of variation in our paint color always looks nice. So if you can grab, like a little bit of red and white, get that beautiful effect of like gradation within each brush stroke. Very pretty. You just do that by not over mixing your colors. Like so. Okay, that's looking really cute, and I'm really feeling the white. So I think I'm actually just going to add a little bit more of like a super light pink white as well. So playing with red, white, and just getting lots of different variations there. I think that looks really pretty. Okay, when you feel like you've added enough, add a couple more. If you're painting along, I would love to see your paintings. I created a Facebook group called the Art Club for us to share our creations. And if you feel like you need a little bit more support and would like to ask me questions about projects, I've created a Patreon as well. In the Patreon, we do monthly Q&As, or as I call them, Q&Arts. And you also get to vote on what kind of project that you do. So we do a custom project each month for patrons as well. And you get to vote on what medium and what the painting is. So definitely check that out. If that sounds like something you're interested in, the Art Club is totally free to join. The Patreon is $1 a week, $4 a month. Okay, let's let that dry for a second as well, but rather than taking a break, let's go ahead and fill in our edges. So that part that's still white here, I'm going to create a nice black frame around the outside edge. That way our painting is nice and finished looking when we're all done, ready to give it to our mothers or grandmothers or friends that are mothers or for ourselves. You know, it's a beautiful painting year round. This also can be done as like a couple painting by just sort of changing the intent, if you will, and a few other little customizable things that you can do with the painting that I'll show you later on when we're painting our birds and our tree. So don't be shy, you can move around your painting if you need to. Got my apron on to protect my clothing. And I have a papered table as well because things get messy. Okay. Nice and finished, black edge. This is an optional step, I suppose. You could also put this in a frame when you're finished. But I like to paint all of the edges with black. And they just look really nice up on my wall or stacked in big stacks in my little side room art studio. Okay. There we go. All right, let's grab our medium-sized brushes now, and we're going to start creating our tree. Okay, so medium-sized brush, still just working with black. And I feel like I might need a little bit more black. Okay. All right, now we're going to start over here on the left-hand side of our canvas. What we want to do is start and create a curved line for the base of our tree and just kind of work our way halfway up or so, kind of straighten out. Now we're going to create some branches. So I'm going to take this first brush stroke and I'm going to come out pretty far. I'm going to end it in a little swirl. Now I've pretty much gone right through the center of my canvas so that I can put my bird's grand central station focal point of this painting. So that first branch is very deliberate, and you're just going to end it with a delicate little swirl. Very nice. Okay. And now from the top of my tree here, I'm going to create another branch. I'm just pulling right through my colors, which is fine. But if you'd like to take a moment and let that dry, that's fine too. Or you can cover it with black. So I'm impatient, so I want to just keep painting. Okay, those are going to be like my two main branches. And then from there, I'm going to have additional ones that sort of branch off. So your tree is going to kind of look different than mine. It's going to look different than if you're painting this with someone else, and that's okay. It's your style, however you like to make it. Okay, and then it's going to all come together here at the bottom and flare out just a tiny bit to create that trunk. You can go ahead and fill in that trunk too. And now that we have our main branches, we can just go back and darken them up, fatten them up, and create little brush strokes, little branches that come off from there. But actually what I think I'm going to do, so I'm going to get these all filled in nicely, as nicely as I can. I can always go back, make it darker as well. Once I have these thick branches, I think I'm actually going to grab my baby brush now. Okay, a little tiny one, and create some smaller branches from there. Gives you a little bit more control as well. And you want each of the branches to be thicker towards the base and then get skinnier as you come out. Have a swirl end that way as well. Couple swirls. Looks really cute, but make sure and leave a little space here for where your birds are going to be. Okay. I feel like a lot of swirls looks good. You can do, have less be more as well. But I think having a beautiful swirly tree is very pretty. Okay. Wherever you see fit, building your tree how you like. Doesn't even have to come and end in swirls. Can be a more realistic looking tree if you prefer. Okay, that's looking pretty cute. Do a couple more. It's always hard to decide quite where to put things, but you must be confident. Okay, I think it looks pretty cute. Also remember, you can always go back and add more. Okay, let's add some birds now. So we're actually already in the home stretch here of the painting. So you want to make sure that this space is dry before you, like the behind here, the background, is fully dry before you add these birds. Because I'm going to lay my hand right here to be able to do this. Okay, so I'm going to do a little baby bird and a little mama bird. So the mama bird, I think I'm going to do further down. So I'm going to start with an oval here. Just sitting right on that branch. And then I'm just going to fill it in. And then from the bottom of that oval, I'm going to create a triangle. Comes and pokes down behind, or beneath rather, our branch. Okay, and then right on top of that oval shape, you're going to create a round circle. That's going to be the head of your bird. And then repeat, only a little one right next door. So you want to make sure that it's big enough to where the triangle can come beneath the branch and you can have a clear shape, but you do want it to be noticeably smaller than your mama bird. Little tiny circular head on top, same idea. Perfect. So cute. And then just little triangle beaks pointed towards each other is a cute little element as well. How darling is that? Okay, little optional step if you'd like. Something that's kind of fun to do to personalize it is to create a little heart down here on your tree, like an etching in the tree. And a little arrow, like so. And you can, if you'd like, write the word mom. How cute is that? Okay, and I think that if you are going to add a little bit of white in the tree, it looks nice to have a bit of a highlight color in there as well. So just kind of pulling that white color through the branches and a little bit on the edges of the curlicues. Cute, cute, cute. Very cute and simple little painting. Okay. And if you went too heavy-handed with your white, you can always add more black and kind of balance it out. Add any final touches that you like. In some areas, I kind of just want to clean up a little bit. There we go. Okay, looking good. Just a few brush strokes of white. Yeah, I don't want to go too heavy-handed. I want it to mostly be, you know, silhouette. There we go. Just a little gray. I am nothing if not a perfectionist. Okay. All right, that looks pretty cute. I'm pretty happy with today's painting. Let me know what you thought in the comments section. If you painted along, I would love to see your masterpiece in the art club, and I would also love to see you guys over in Pause Premium. So Paint Along with Skye, PAWS Premium, which is my Patreon account. Thank you guys so much for watching today. I had a great time. I hope you did too. And until next time, stay creative.